Here is a test. Look at a spotted big cat. It is tawny yellow with black markings arranged in clusters across its body. It is powerful, muscular, and clearly dangerous. Now tell me, is it a jaguar or a leopard? If you hesitated, you are in excellent company. Even experienced wildlife photographers have misidentified these two cats. Tour guides have pointed to jaguars and called them leopards. Documentaries have used the wrong footage. And the confusion runs so deep that in many languages the same word is used for both animals. But here is the truth. Once you know what to look for, you will never confuse them again. Because the jaguar and the leopard are not just different species. They are different design philosophies. One is a tank, the other is a sports car. One kills by crushing through bone. The other kills by climbing trees with prey in its jaws. One swims toward its prey. The other is not drawn to water the way jaguars are. And they live on opposite sides of the planet, separated by thousands of miles of ocean. Which means that in the wild you will never find both in the same country. Today, WildForge gives you the definitive guide to telling the jaguar and the leopard apart forever. The single most reliable way to tell a jaguar from a leopard requires no knowledge of anatomy at all. It requires only a map. The jaguar, Panthera onca, is the largest cat in the Western Hemisphere and the only member of the genus Panthera native to the Americas. Its range, once extending from the American Southwest through Central America and across most of South America, has contracted significantly due to hunting and habitat loss. But the jaguar still occupies large areas of the Amazon basin, the Pantanal wetlands of Brazil and Bolivia, and forest and grassland habitats across much of South America. In North America, occasional individuals from Mexican populations cross into southern Arizona and New Mexico, making the jaguar technically still present on United States soil, though no confirmed breeding population exists north of the border. The leopard, Panthera pardus, is the most geographically widespread of all the big cats found across sub-Saharan Africa, North Africa, the Middle East, Central Asia, South Asia, and Southeast Asia. 9 recognized subspecies exist, ranging from the common African leopard to the critically endangered Amur leopard of the Russian Far East, of which fewer than 100 individuals survive in the wild. The leopard's extraordinary geographic flexibility reflects a dietary and habitat generalism that no other big cat can match. It has been documented living in tropical rainforest, savanna, semi-desert, temperate forest, and even on the outskirts of major African cities. So the first rule is simple. If you see a spotted big cat in Africa or Asia, it is a leopard. If you see one in the Americas, it is a jaguar. The two species share no wild habitat anywhere on Earth. If geography is not enough, if you are looking at a photograph without context or an animal in a zoo, the Rosette pattern is your single most reliable identification tool. Both the jaguar and the leopard have what biologists call rosette markings, circular or polygonal clusters of black spots arranged around the central area. From a distance, this pattern looks broadly similar on both animals. Up close, it is completely different. The jaguar's rosettes are large, complex, and contain one or more small black spots or dots inside the central area of each rosette. This central spot, sometimes called an ocellus, is the definitive diagnostic feature of jaguar coat pattern. No leopard has spots inside its rosettes. The jaguar's rosettes are also larger in diameter than the leopard's, with thicker black borders, and are more widely spaced across the coat. The overall effect is a bolder, more complex pattern with more visual depth. The leopard's rosettes are smaller, more tightly packed, and have no central spot. The interior of each rosette is simply the tawny background color of the coat. The rosettes are also more irregularly shaped than the Jaguars, less circular, more angular, and variable. On the leopard's legs and head, the rosettes often break down into simple, solid black spots, which also occurs on the jaguar but tends to be more pronounced in the leopard. Both species can produce melanistic, all-black individuals due to a recessive genetic mutation that causes overproduction of the dark pigment melanin. These are the animals popularly called black panthers. In both species, the rosette pattern remains visible in certain lighting conditions. Even on completely black individuals, black jaguars retain the large rosettes with central spots, and black leopards retain the smaller rosettes without central spots, visible as slightly darker black against the black background. The rule to remember: spots inside the rosette means jaguar, no spots inside means leopard. Beyond the coat pattern, the jaguar and the leopard have fundamentally different body plans differences that reflect their completely different ecological strategies. The jaguar is, above all else, built for power. Adult male jaguars typically weigh between 56 and 96 kilograms, with exceptional individuals from the prey-rich Pantanal wetlands of Brazil reaching up to 158 kilograms. The jaguar's body is stocky and compact, short, thick legs, a massive broad chest, and most distinctively, a huge, blocky, almost square-shaped head with enormously powerful jaw muscles. The jaguar has the most powerful bite of any big cat, stronger than a lion or tiger, relative to its body size, with a bite force capable of piercing the skulls and shells of prey that no other cat attempts. The jaguar's legs are shorter and thicker than the leopard's, giving it a lower center of gravity and a more muscular, heavyweight appearance. The leopard is built for agility and versatility. Male leopards typically weigh between 37 and 90 kilograms, considerably lighter than jaguars on average, though the largest male leopards from certain subspecies can approach the size of smaller jaguars. The leopard's body is elongated and slender, with longer legs, a narrower chest, and a more angular, refined head with more clearly defined cheekbones. The overall impression of a leopard is of a lean, athletic, almost elegant predator, very different from the squat, muscular solidity of a jaguar. The leopard's longer legs and lighter build make it an exceptional climber. It has been documented in exceptional cases, hauling prey weighing up to 90 kilograms up into trees to cache it away from lions, hyenas, and other scavengers. The body shape comparison in summary: if the cat looks stocky and heavily muscled with a very large square head jaguar, if it looks lean, long-legged, and athletic with a narrower, more refined head leopard. The jaguar and the leopard are both apex predators, but their hunting strategies and prey preferences reveal the practical consequences of their different body designs. The jaguar's hunting technique is unique among big cats. Most large cats kill by biting the throat of their prey, cutting off the airway or the blood supply to the brain. The jaguar skips this step entirely. Its exceptionally powerful jaws, generating a bite force of approximately 1,500 pounds per square inch, the strongest of any big cat relative to body size, allow it to bite directly through the skull or the cervical vertebrae of prey animals, delivering an instantly fatal bite that penetrates bone. This skull-piercing technique is the jaguar's signature, and it means the jaguar can take prey that other cats would never attempt. Caimans, giant river turtles, anacondas, tapirs, giant anteaters. The jaguar's menu includes armored, dangerous, and aquatic prey that the leopard has neither the jaw strength nor the ecological context to consider. The jaguar's relationship with water is central to its hunting ecology in ways that set it completely apart from the leopard. Jaguars actively seek out water. They are powerful swimmers, frequently found near rivers and swamps, and have been documented swimming underwater to ambush prey from below the surface. In the Pantanal, the world's largest tropical wetland, jaguars hunt caimans. In the water itself, a hunting behavior with no parallel among other big cats. The leopard hunts by stealth, patience, and explosive acceleration, typically stalking prey to within a few meters before launching an attack and delivering a throat bite. The leopard's prey is diverse impala, gazelle, reedbuck, warthog, baboon, and dozens of other medium-sized mammals across its African range. And this dietary flexibility is the primary reason the leopard is the most widespread big cat on Earth. Unlike the jaguar, the leopard actively avoids deep water and is not a swimmer by preference. And unlike the jaguar's ground-level or aquatic kills, the leopard famously hoists its kills into trees, hauling prey as heavy as 90 kilograms up into the branches, a feat of strength that serves the critical purpose of protecting food from lions, hyenas, and wild dogs that would otherwise steal it. Beyond the headline differences, several additional features help distinguish the jaguar from the leopard for those who know where to look. The jaguar's tail is noticeably shorter relative to its body length than the leopard's tail. The leopard, as a tree climber that uses its long tail for balance in the canopy, has evolved a proportionally longer tail that serves as a counterweight during arboreal movement. The jaguar, as a ground and water hunter with little need for tree climbing, has a shorter, stubbier tail. This tail length difference is visible in photographs and is a useful secondary identification feature. The habitat preferences of the two cats also differ in ways that reflect their different ecologies. The jaguar shows a strong preference for dense tropical forest and wetland, the Amazon basin, the Pantanal, riparian forests along river systems, and while it uses more open habitats including grassland and scrub, it is fundamentally a cat of dense, humid, tropical environments. The leopard, by contrast, is the supreme habitat generalist among big cats, occupying tropical forest, savanna, mountain forest, semi-desert, and thorn bush across its enormous range. The leopard's ability to live almost anywhere that has sufficient prey and cover is the key to its survival, across a range that includes some of the most heavily human-modified landscapes on Earth. Both species are solitary, territorial, and primarily nocturnal behavioral similarities that reflect their shared membership in the genus Panthera and their shared role as apex predators. Both species maintain territories marked with sand, scratch marks on trees, and vocalizations. And both species are capable of the deep, resonant roar that is the defining vocalization of the Panthera genus, a sound produced by a specially modified larynx that smaller cats, including the cheetah, cougar, and clouded leopard, cannot produce. Both the jaguar and the leopard face significant conservation challenges, though the nature and severity of those challenges differ between the two species and across their respective ranges. The jaguar is listed as near threatened on the IUCN Red List, with population estimates ranging from a conservative IUCN figure of approximately 64,000 mature individuals to broader estimates of up to 173,000 total individuals, with the Amazon basin holding the vast majority. A 2025 study using camera traps across 22 Amazonian protected areas suggested jaguar densities may be significantly higher than previously estimated, though the overall population trend remains declining across most of the jaguar's range outside the Amazon. The two primary drivers of jaguar decline are deforestation and habitat fragmentation, particularly the ongoing destruction of Amazon rainforest and conflict with cattle ranchers who kill jaguars that prey on livestock. The jaguar's former range has contracted significantly. It has been eliminated from approximately 40% of its historical range, including most of the United States, much of Central America, and large areas of South America. Conservation efforts focus on maintaining habitat connectivity through the Jaguar Corridor Initiative, a conservation plan that aims to maintain a connected network of habitat from Mexico to Argentina, allowing genetic exchange between isolated populations. The leopard presents a more complex conservation picture because of its 9 recognized subspecies. The African leopard, the most numerous subspecies, is listed as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List, with populations declining due to habitat loss, prey depletion, and conflict with humans. The subspecies range in overall status from vulnerable to critically endangered. The Amur leopard of the Russian Far East, with fewer than 100 wild individuals, is one of the most endangered large cats on Earth. The Persian leopard, the Arabian leopard, the Javan leopard, and the Sri Lankan leopard all face serious conservation threats in their respective ranges. The leopard's remarkable ability to live in close proximity to human settlements, including in and around major cities in parts of India, Sri Lanka, and Africa, is both a conservation asset and a source of human-wildlife conflict. Leopards that prey on domestic animals or occasionally on humans are often killed in retaliation, one of the leading causes of leopard mortality across much of its range. So, how do you tell a jaguar from a leopard? For the rest of your life, you now have 4 reliable tools. First, geography. In the Americas, jaguar. In Africa or Asia, leopard. They share no wild habitat anywhere on Earth. Second, the Rosette. Spots inside the central area of the Rosette jaguar. No spots inside leopard. Third, body shape. Stocky, massive-headed, short-legged, built like a tank jaguar. Lean, long-legged, athletic, built like a sprinter leopard. Fourth, behavior. Swimming toward prey or biting through skulls jaguar. Climbing trees with prey heavier than itself, leopard. Both animals are among the most spectacular products of big cat evolution. The jaguar solved the challenge of being an apex predator through power jaw strength and water mastery that no other cat can match. The leopard solved the same challenge through versatility, the ability to live anywhere, eat almost anything, and outcompete every scavenger by taking its food where they cannot follow. Different solutions, different continents, different designs, but both are irreplaceable, both are declining, and both deserve the protection that only intact wild landscapes can provide. Thank you for watching.